Yes, this is a 2018 Cadillac CTS-V. GM's answer to the BMW M5 and Mercedes AMG E63. Now that is some lofty company. In fact, the CTS-V is North America's best answer to those cars. No, the Challenger Hellcat and Charger Hellcat, more specifically, however great, is no match, refinement-wise, luxury-wise, and brand-wise, to the two Germans. So, is this Cadillac CTS-V worth the asking price? For starters, $93,000. Can it live up? Can it even hope to match what the Germans bring to the table year after year, generation after generation? Well, in the following video, I'm going to attempt to answer the question. Let's address pricing and value immediately. At $93,000, this car is an absolute bargain for the equipment, performance, and power it delivers. My tester has a number of options, including the carbon fiber kit. Here's a little piece of it. It's got the larger sunroof. It's got a luxury interior package. These wheels painted as they are is also part of an option. It retails for just shy of $115,000. When you take into consideration, once more, the power, the performance, the styling, everything that the CTS-V delivers, it's still a huge bargain over the M5 and E63. Now visually, I don't know. The Germans can do subtle yet obvious things. It's as though the Americans can't do that. But that is possibly, quite possibly purposeful. Everyone that looks at this car instantly recognizes it as the most badass, most powerful Cadillac, production Cadillac anyway, ever produced. Whereas an M5, you have to be a little bit keener when you're looking at it. You got to pay a little bit more attention. Same for the E63. I guess it depends on what you're looking for when you're shopping for these cars. But yeah, that's the style. I mean, the car looks absolutely great. It is completely, it's not beautiful, but it's beautiful at the same time. I don't know that I would go for this phantom gray color, I believe it's called. Anyhow, on to the regular business at hand. There's a trunk, almost 400 liters of space, so you can pretty much use it for your daily use. That works out nicely. Now the interior has a few options. This color combination is an option, but you don't necessarily have to pay extra for it. One of the items of the luxury package are these shades, which are fantastic for the boy. Lots of room back here, actually. This is nearly limo-like, plenty of space. These Recaro seats with the Alcantara cover, that's part of an optional package as well. If you don't look too closely, that's kind of unfortunate. Things are weirdly going on there. Anyhow, 3 abreast, however, is going to be very, very tight compared to other cars. Now, the car's not running here, but you have your HVAC controls for the back right there. I mean, space is really good back here, despite the massive optional sunroof, and the seats are fairly comfortable. Now, the Recaro seats, always winning. These are adjustable in about 6,000 different positions, and all your adjustments appear on screen. Fit and finish in here, and the turn her on because it's warm, and the acres of leather and Alcantara. The finish is beautiful. The way it all comes together, the materials, a little bit of carbon fiber, some plastics, grills, Alcantara, some leather. It is very, very nice. Okay, let's talk about the gauges. These are configurable through the drive modes, which are down here. Very uneventful button, in fact, for the type of car that it is. So I was in sport. You have your touring. This all adjusts the steering, the magnetic ride track. Yes, that is possible with this car. In fact, it was one of the quickest up until about a day ago around Laguna Seca. And heads-up display is included in the vehicle. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Always very useful. The screen, Cadillac U, this is very nice. Actually, it's one of the quickest loading I've ever experienced. Oh, there's no SD card, that's right. CarPlay, Android Auto, everything is included. These controls are still fairly annoying. right? It is haptic. You do feel something going on, but sometimes it doesn't respond, especially the volume. Oh, see, now it's working. Anyway, maybe it's me. It's very, very possible that it's me. Storage. Oopsie, I pushed it too hard. And that's big armrest here. I won't show you. Door bins are small. Overall, this car is very nice on the inside. That's the refined aspect of it. But to take it for a spin, you discover quickly, I know you're running, how enraged it really is. So without further ado, let's go. So driving the CTS-V there's a nice comparison that can be drawn with the overall styling of the vehicle. Right now, my drive mode is set in touring, so steering assistance is good. The MagneRide dampers doing a wonderful job. It's very quiet in here. So it's like the interior. It's well appointed, it's cushy, comfortable, very nice. But when you get, you don't even have to go into any of the drive modes, right? For fun, I'll put it into sport. Oh, everything kind of just tightens up, typical. But whether I stay in sport or touring or, God forbid, track on the public road, when you happen to put the hammer down, things become scary, enraged, aggressive, mad. Much like the exterior, in fact. With the arrow and the wheels and the poke and the width and the... It's not a Jekyll Hyde thing, because as you look at the car, you know more or less what to expect. And I think one thing that plays a key role in the enraged, aggressive thing versus the tame is when you're driving normally, you don't hear the supercharger one. You barely hear the V8 at all. You can hear it more on the outside than on the inside. So there's a degree of show-offness about this car that I like. It's like everyone else around you has to suffer, well, not suffer, but bask in the noises, whereas on the inside, very chill. But then when you... Okay, that's just scary. Seriously scary. Okay, even with the MagneRide shocks, preset in sport, so a little bit stiffer. When you put the hammer down, the supercharged, okay, that's the thing, right? The whine becomes omnipresent. Okay, all the weight shifts to the back. The Super Sport Michelin Pilot tires do everything they possibly physically can to keep the rear end set up, and the limited slip diff is doing the same thing. But you can feel the rear end kind of squirm. It's horrifying. When the rear end hooks up, things are fine. But when the diff is starting to work out what the hell to do with the power, and the power, by the way, is 640 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 630 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM, which, by the way, makes it the most powerful of the three that I've mentioned, more powerful than the Jags, the SVRs and the Rs and all that stuff. Even a competition M5, 617 horsepower, is not as powerful as this 8-speed automatic transmission. By the way, only rear-wheel drive in this thing too. Also different than the others. Holy crap, is it scary. If you understand what that means, that's what it is when you put the throttle all the way down. This car will do 200 miles per hour, or just about. It'll hit 100 kilometers an hour. I'm doing 107 now because I'm scared. It'll hit 100 kilometers an hour in about 3.9. So 0-60 is 3.7, which is ballistically mad when you consider all the power goes to the rear tires. I would not hammer it even on a very mild bend right now, as just a curve, not even a curve, just a couple degrees to southwest. Anyway, on the highway, and put the hammer down for fear of catastrophic, things. And the ESP button, the traction control button, only the brave and the very brave, and possibly naive and crazy, will deactivate it. But you know, all that, I'm just gonna go back into touring for fun. And now I'm doing about 112, just chilling. It is noisy-ish inside the car, but that's more to do with the tires than anything else, because there's no real wind noise going on. Seats, these were Carol's, ridiculously comfortable. It's very tame, very relaxed. But on the outside, everybody still hears the exhaust and still sees you coming, threatening to annihilate. I'm gonna be straight up honest. When I first left the pickup point with this car, I thought that the suspension was doing a bad job, because there's an awful lot of amount of lateral movement in the suspension at slightly lower speeds, which is annoying, but somehow slots into the character of the vehicle. Like I hate Jekyll and Hyde idea, but like the refined, because right now, I mean, this is super relaxed. I mean, Miami, here I come, no problem. Fuel consumption, forget about it. Doesn't matter. It's not that bad, actually, but forget about it. Anyway, so, yeah. And then, my forearms tense up. Not necessarily because of the acceleration, because the power is incredible, but it's the fear. Anyhow, yeah, that's it. This thing, bargain for the price. Mental fast. Oh, and there's the SQ. Police, local police. I'm gonna chill and bid you farewell.